Aloha from the Ozarks. Folks, I have this 12 by 32 wrapped porch lofted barn cabin from our signature series here on my lot, and I thought I'd do a full walkthrough to show you this building. Nice big front porch, 2x3 single pane window here, 2x3 single pane window over here, and your walk-in door, it's called a 9 light for the 9 little windows. This is from our signature series, so it has pressure treated plywood on the walls, pressure treated plywood on the floors. That's in our signature series. Standard on our walls are 2x4s that are pressure treated, premium grade, which means they're a very pretty looking lumber. They are 16 inches on center. That's standard for how we do all of our walls, and we double stud every third wall stud, or every 4 feet we double stud them, so there's super strong, sturdy walls because they are double studded all the way down every 4 feet. Okay, we double stud every door and window frame, and at the tops of every wall they are double studded. Single stud at the bottom of the walls. Okay, so every door and window frame is double studded, which means doors and windows are going to open and shut like they're supposed to freely once the building is set and delivered on your lot and on your site and leveled. Okay. This building has 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. It has a radiant barrier roof on the inside, and I'm going to talk to you about the roof in just a moment. I didn't finish talking about the walls. At the tops of our walls, we put these ventilation systems in all along the sides over here. Okay, so soffit ventilation system that runs that side wall, and a soffit ventilation system that runs on that side wall. Both sides. Most other companies just do one single vent way up near the top of the roof on that end of the building, and then they do another vent way up on the top over on that end of the building, and that's all they have for ventilation. But Graceland does ventilation all along both side walls, as well as the top of the roof, the peak of the roof. It's screened in. We have a screened in roof ridge vent, screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it runs the entire peak of the roof, and it works in coordination with our soffit vents on the sides to let the hot air come in and then go out up the top. We move a lot of air, and that keeps this building about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than a building that doesn't have our kind of ventilation system. Okay, so that's a really big deal on how we do ventilation. In addition to that, in this particular building, we have our G-board radiant barrier roof on the inside of the roof applied, which keeps the building another about 20, 25 degrees cooler. So you got a building that stays much cooler in the hot, humid, extreme temperatures in this building because we have the radiant barrier roof and on our standard ventilation system. Now let's talk about the roof. The roof trusses are 2x4s, also pressure treated. The roof itself is OSB roof decking, which is standard in the industry, and on the outside of the roof is metal. Between the metal and the roof decking, we put a tar paper, a moisture barrier, okay? And then on the inside of this roof, we have that radiant barrier roof. Blocks out or reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat, so it makes a big difference. The wall height, you got about 6'4" to the tops of the walls all the way around here. Our roof, our trusses, oh gosh, I can't even speak today. I'm so sorry about that. Our floor joists in the lofts, they are 2x6s, okay? And in the lofts, they are 24 inches apart. In the floors, in our subfloor, they're 16 inches apart, just like our wall studs are 16 inches apart. But in the lofts, they're 24 inches apart. Your loft height right to about here is just about 6'11", and then to the peak of the roof, you got almost 4 feet of headroom right here in the center section, okay? And that's on both sides. You got a loft on the front end, which is a 12-foot loft over there, and then you have an 8-foot loft back here, all right? And once again, the wall height is about 6'4". On the floors, we have pressure-treated 5/8" pressure-treated plywood, and they're tongue and groove. All of the plywood slabs are tongue and groove, so they're interlocked with one another. Same thing with our siding, pressure-treated plywood that's tongue and groove, so they're interlocked together. Underneath the floors are 2x6 floor joists. Like I mentioned earlier, they're 16 inches apart like our wall studs. Down here, you can order a building if you want one custom built with 12-inch on-center floor joists for a super heavy-duty floor. But this standard floor, 16 inches apart, is a very strong and sturdy floor. Okay, so I've told you about the floors, the walls, the door frames, the window frames, the roofing, our ventilation system. That's all the stuff that really makes Graceland stand out. Aside from that, we also have a 7-year warranty, which is unlike most other companies out there that build portable buildings. They just do a 5-year. We have a 7-year warranty on our signature series. So this building would have a 7-year warranty from the data manufacturer. And it's a no hassle warranty. You don't have to contact the roofing company if there's an issue. We do it. We take care of it. We send out our repair guy. We take care of it. If there's a paint issue, we take care of that. If a door frame or a window frame has an issue, we take care of that. That's our 7-year no hassle warranty. All right. Other companies don't even offer that. Rent to own is no credit check, so it's super easy to get into. The cash price is always your lowest and your best price for any of our buildings, but we do offer rent to own with 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and even a 6-year rent to own option. And it's no credit check, so it's super easy. Everybody qualifies. There's no penalty to pay it off early. So if you get into one of these buildings and you want to pay it off early, that's to your advantage to do so. We do not penalize you for paying it off early. A lot of other companies that do rent to own, they do penalize you to pay it off early, but Graceland does not do that. So we're one of the few companies that does not do that. So it's to your advantage. We always have different discounts throughout every single month. The military discount applies, active duty and retired, so thank you for your service for all of you military. And that discount applies always on top of whatever other discounts we may have going. And each month they change out. And sometimes they change out in the middle of the month. So always check back with me to find out if we got the most current pricing. I try to keep my pricing updated on my YouTube page, on my Facebook page, and on my main website. So just take a look at this video description. I should have the pricing listed in there, and it should be current. I try my best to keep up to date on all those whenever the pricing discounts change out. All right, so if you have any questions, take a look at that video description. I have my website in there. You can click on that, or at least just go to my website and chat with me there on my website. There's a chat function on there. It's really me, not an AI chat bot. You can text me at the phone number that's on the screen. You can take a look at the video description. I've got links to all kinds of things, and you can message me on YouTube. You can message me on Facebook. A lot of ways to get a hold of me. Delivery is free within 50 miles of my lot, and that includes us bringing the building out, setting it up on the concrete blocks that you provide, and then leveling the building, and then we will attempt to anchor it down. Other companies charge you extra for anchors, and they don't even anchor them. They'll just bring the anchors with them and leave them with you. We include the anchoring and the anchors, okay? So we will attempt to anchor it down. It's the Ozarks, so the soil is very rocky. Sometimes we are not always able to anchor it down, but we can at least leave the anchors with you, and that's included with your purchase of this building. If you have any questions for me, you know how to get a hold of me, okay? Aloha from the Ozarks.